Hey everybody, Craig DeLuz here with the Firearms Policy Coalition. We are at SHOT 2018, and we're here with some folks who, in my opinion, I think is something that is long overdue, who have come together to well, you know what, I'll let them explain. This is a good friend, Lara Smith, and she's going to tell us a little bit about the DC Project.
So the DC Project is a group of 50 women from 50 states. We are the Second Amendment, and we want people to understand that. We are women from all walks of life. This is Cheryl Todd. Cheryl owns a gun store in Arizona, and she also runs a fantastic blog. This is Amanda, and Amanda is from Ohio, and Amanda did one of the largest concealed carry fashion shows in the US last year. Both of these women have won awards at various shows. You won a big one this year.
The Second Amendment Foundation Defender of Liberty Award. So from GRPC, Gun Rights Policy Conference, I was blown away. That was really cool.
But this is the type of women we have. We have 50 of us, or working on having 50. I think last year we had 30. We want someone from every state to come and talk about our Second Amendment rights in DC. And what we do is we go to see policymakers all over DC. We don't just go see Republicans. We go in and we see Republicans, we see Democrats, we see staff members. We invite them to a range day. We have a couple of serious firearms instructors come out, a couple of competitive shooters. Diana Muller started it. She's one of the captains of Team Benelli. We have Becky Yackley comes. We have women who work in campus carry, trying to get campus carry legal in the states where it's not. We have women who are survivors of violence. We have police officers. We have advocates like me. We have gun store owners. But we're different. We're not what you normally see. You know, they're used to seeing you and me on the Hill, right? Like when we go, hey, we're like, hey, look, it's the lobbyists again, you know, or the attorneys. They're used to those of us they see in the courtroom. For us, it's going and putting a different face on this. Hey, look, we're going and doing some advocacy. This is what a firearm owner looks like, and we're nonpartisan.
Okay. Now let me ask, have either of you ladies ever done any legislative advocacy or lobbying before?
No, because we're not lobbyists, we're advocates. So we are the face of the Second Amendment now wears lipstick. That's really the tagline. I mean, what we are is we want people to understand that Second Amendment owners are not just all big burly guys with beards, and that women care about self-defense, about shooting in a variety of ways, whether it's self-defense, whether it is some kind of competition. All different ways to use a firearm, and some of them are just fun. They're fun and games on a serious level. And we want to talk about the fact that when somebody says they're going to take away a gun, they're not taking away a bad guy's gun, they're going to take away the good guy's gun first in hopes that they'll get the bad guy. We want to say, look, this is the people we're going to disarm. We are not as fast. We are not, well, me, I'm not as young, I'm not as fast. And so I've got to figure out some way that I'm going to level the playing field when it comes to personal defense.
You know, and I think that's the key is, the one thing about, you always hear the people who want to ban guns, they all talk about, well, we want equality for everybody. And one of the things that I've always said, especially when it comes to self-defense, a firearm is the great equalizer. When it comes to defending ourselves with a firearm, I am no better or no different than any one of these women here. I have no advantage. And that's the important part. That's the key, is that it allows people to be able to do, basically exercise a fundamental human right, and that's self-defense.
Absolutely. And so I'm a grandma, I'm a mom, I'm a wife, and for me it's so much this DC project and involving myself and going and talking to my elected officials is so much about that legacy that I'm going to leave to my daughter, that I'm going to leave to my granddaughter, that I want to be sure that I am educating myself so that I can educate them, so that my daughter can then educate my granddaughter, so that I'm doing what I can do in my lifetime to protect, preserve, and restore all the areas of the Second Amendment. Because I think we've gotten upside down over the years where we feel like we're asking for permission to arm ourselves for whatever reason, even if it's for plinking, even if it's for hunting, but most especially for how I'm going to defend my home, defend my family, and defend myself. And when we understand that the Bill of Rights is actually that firewall that stands between what the government is allowed to do, right? And the citizenry. It changes everything. And I definitely want my family to understand that and be able to move forward so that when I hand the keys to the world over to them, that they are prepared to move forward with that knowledge and that empowerment.
Okay, so what's the game plan? Where are you guys at in terms of your organizing? And then how can people help you out or get involved?
So this is our third year. We'll be in DC from June 20th to 22nd this year. I believe on Saturday is the range day for lawmakers. And for us, we are fundraising this year. This is our third year, and every year we've all paid all of our expenses. And so this year we're fundraising a little bit so that we can do things like the range day and get out there and get these lawmakers out and shooting. And so if you want to help us, fund us, there's a GoFundMe. It's gofundme.com. Look up the DC Project. You can see information about us, about our founder, what we've been doing. There's some clips of the rallies we've done in past years. And you can just see what this amazing group of women, this nonpartisan group of women, is out there doing, going and talking and putting a face that's not the NRA and that's not Everytown on the Second Amendment.
Let me talk about the rally for just a second. So we go to DC, and not only do we get to go and do the advocacy portion, we also get to go and meet up with each other. And so it's like a great party with really strong, really knowledgeable women. And so we're on the Hill, we're having a good time, we're doing all of that. And then we end the program with a rally on the Capitol lawn. And so on Friday afternoon, after lunch, we are going to be there and we're going to be talking, and we'll be talking about some of the things that are important to us. So part of the fundraising is, how do we create a rally? How do we get a PA system so people can hear us? Last year it was a bullhorn. And so our goal is this money helps us promote this. And then there's an open invitation to anybody and everybody that is in DC or wants to bus into DC, come and join us in the rally. Friday afternoon on the 22nd of June at the Capitol, our U.S. Capitol.
Fantastic. Do you guys have a website or anything, or is it just the GoFundMe campaign right now?
We're on Facebook. If you look up the DC Project on Facebook, you'll find us, and all the information as we update it will be on there, the exact time of the rally, because we have to get the permits and all of that, and as soon as we have that, it'll be up there, and we'd love people to come join us in DC and come see what this is all about.
Folks, you heard about it. Now look, I got to tell you, this is exciting. There's a bunch of women here who are not just interested in defending themselves, but interested in fighting for your right to be able to defend yourself. So get involved. Check out the DC Project on Facebook. Please go to their GoFundMe. Let's help get these ladies to Washington, D.C. and help them have an impact on our right to keep and bear arms. Once again, this is Craig DeLuz from the Firearms Policy Coalition, coming at you from SHOT 2018. We'll get back at you real soon.
If you like our videos, follow, subscribe, like, and share.